Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the public Sitrep. Like every Monday, we need to check what happened with the most important asset that we trade. That could be Bitcoin, gold, Euro, Ethereum. This is what we are going to check. So we need to check what happened last week, and obviously we need a new trading plan for this week. We need to see the most important levels to the upside, to the downside, to basically get the best trades available. If there are any trades available, obviously we talk about high time frames, so we talk about possible swing trades. There's always a scalp, a day trade, but we are interested in designing a plan um, for a swing trade in this stream. And Bitcoin, because the most important asset that we trade here. Although this starts to become a bit a bit interesting, because gold is also a very interesting asset to trade, but for the moment Bitcoin is the most important asset that we are trading here at Safe House. We had an interesting move last week, right? The price pushing to the downside, taking some of the liquidity bubble, like Victor like to call them, and now the price is trying to push to the upside. So we need to understand if this is the bottom and the price will move to the upside, or this is just a bounce price creating a new lower high, and more downside is possible, basically following the market structure, Bitcoin creating a new low on the chart. Also very interesting stuff going on the gold chart. I've been checking what's going on with gold this morning. We will get more in depth, but this is a very bullish candle, daily candle so far, so definitely we need to pay attention to that. Euro USD, also interesting moves happening. There is quite a bit of volatility, and Ethereum here just following a Bitcoin, because if we check this chart and if we check this chart, they are pretty much the same. So basically Ethereum is more or less following what Bitcoin is doing, to the upside, to the downside. Maybe it has more volatility, so maybe for scalps it is I wouldn't say better, but it's a decent asset to pay attention to. Okay, before we start, we need to make sure everything is okay with this stream. Looks okay on my side. Let's move this to 4K, because if I'm streaming 4K, obviously let's take advantage of this quality. We do have people in the chat. Arnold, Paul is here. Good morning. Marius, Graham, Chaba. We do have people in the chat. That is great. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, we had this is continuing the chat from Discord. Yeah, so this is really nice to see that we do have people in the chat. Sound is good. Thank you for the confirmation. And before we start, again, if you like what you see, if you like to support this this project, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share our content. That would help this project and will not cost you 1 penny, right? Okay, so let's slowly start to dive into what we have on the Bitcoin chart. Again, if you have questions, I forgot to say this, if you have questions related with the current price action, what's going on the chart, or any of these charts, please don't be shy, pose a question in the YouTube chat, and I'll do my best to answer towards the end of the stream. Okay, so let's start with Bitcoin. So basically, Bitcoin pushing to the upside very hard, and then we've got to this level, 49k area, right? So if you watch our streams, our public streams, then you should know that between 45 and 51, that is an area of resistance. That's high time frame resistance. And to show you what I am talking about, let's start with our ranges. First of all, this is the high time frame range, and since the price managed to get acceptance back into the value area of this range, claiming value are low, claiming flip it, backtest, the price was pushing to the upside, quite a bit of a push, I would say. And we talk about 80% push, since the price managed to claim, the last time managed to claim value or low. So that's quite a bit of a push. But then we do have this, the point of control of this range. And currently, and it was the same since, basically since here, the point of control is around 47,300 area, right? So that is a very, very, very important level on this chart. And if this range is the main trading idea, since the price claimed value or low, point of control is the next important level on the chart. And same story goes to the downside. As long as this area is holding as resistance, is acting as resistance, then the most important level to the downside is actually value or low, 26,600 area, right? But it wasn't only the point of control. Let me see if I still have that. It was also the golden pocket, the big golden pocket, the daddy golden pocket, pulled from obviously from the higher high to the lower low, created somewhere around 15K area. So when you see like two high time frame confluences, then obviously you start to think about, hey, this is important. This could potentially act as resistance. So what do we do at resistance? We book profits if you are in a long from lower, and that would be the best case scenario. And also, and depending on the reaction, you look for short. And we've got this reaction. I mean, for the moment, the price pushed like more than 20% to the downside. One would call that reaction, right? But just to finish with the confluences, then this is the last thing that I'm going to show. But this is a very, very important area. And I've been talking about this area since the price was somewhere here. So the next high time frame important area is basically 45 to 50. And you see why I say that, because, sorry, not this, but if we enable the horizontals, we do have this. We do have, at that point in time when it was created and was tapped here, we do have this monthly 45,509. And not only the monthly, but also we do have a yearly level here, 46,190. So think about it like this: high time frame, point of control, the big golden pocket plus a yearly level. That should be something to, that should be something to take into consideration. This area is a very, very, very important resistance in my opinion. Okay, but that passed. Hopefully everyone understood the message. This is resistance. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. And in this area, you book profits and you look for shorts depending on the reaction. This is the general rule about any kind of level, any kind of resistance. Also, that applies to a support, but to a support area, and we will get back to this support. But for the moment, we are here, right? Then we start to see the price dropping, right? And I think in I don't think, I'm pretty sure, in the last stream 2 weeks ago, in the last public stream, I gave you a level. Let me see if this is the one, right? And because I love to trade ranges, apart from the bigger range, we still have a local range. That range is still an ongoing range. And this was the range that I was talking about, right? But very, very important, you need to understand within the range, you trade the value area high, you trade the value area low, you trade the point of control, but also it is important to understand what is the high and what is the low of that range. And this was, until this move that happened last week, this was the lower low from this range, from the low of this range, 40,088. And I remember what I was saying about this level. This is a very, very, very important level, and it was a support, because we start to see this small front run, small front run. Okay, fair enough. Bitcoin loves to do this because those small front runs are very, very hard to trade. Then the price goes here, another small front run. And after this small front run, the price printed a new higher high on the chart. So the price was building liquidity, right? So stop losses, more stop losses, more stop losses. The price goes once again in this area, another small front run, more stop losses in that area, and the price started to bounce. But in the same time, This was a very, very nice bounce, but the last bounce was okay, was a decent bounce, good enough for a day trade, for a scalp, but start to see weakness in my opinion, because the price since the high, the price started to print a bearish market structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then the lower low. So last week, I remember we were expecting this low to be taken, because that is actually where you want to trade. That is the place where you have liquidity. That is an important SNR flip level, and that level gives clarity. That level gives clarity, meaning as long as the price is below this level, one would favor more downside. But in the same time, because we are traders, right? And we need to remember, as a trader, you can make money if the price moves to the upside or if the price moves to the downside. In the same time, if this level will be claimed, then it opens the possibility for more upside. So that's the way you look at this kind of levels, very, very important SNR flip levels on the chart. And if we zoom in, we can clearly see what the price was trying to do. So level lost, boom, candle close, stop here. So resistance. Another attempt, price, the daily close here. Another attempt, the price still below. After that, and this is what happened on Friday, boom, the price pushing through that level, and not only pushing to that level, but the price was leaving single print behind, right? The price claimed important levels. So when you see something like that, then obviously you need to understand what's going on the chart. And at that point in time, more upside was possible. And we will get to that area. I will explain you and I'll show you more in depth. What was the trade? What was the way we've been trading that move, and what I was updating my team about this kind of moves. But to get back to this level, this is still a very, very important level. So as long as the price is below this level, one would expect more downside. If this level will be claimed, boom, more upside is possible. Great. On top of that, so this one could say yes, but this stopped kind of in the middle of nowhere. One could see it like this, right? But remember, we need to see if we have some confluences in this area. And the first confluence, without any kind of indicator tool, whatever you want to call it, one could see this, right? So this area was resistance, 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 still resistance. So this creates a box of resistance, right? Then level was claimed, back tested, up we go. But when you see something like this definitely could, and most of the time it acts as an SNR flip level. So if we like measure this and we pull it to the current price action, this is definitely an area that one needs to pay attention. It doesn't have to be to the absolute dollar. Think about it more as an area. But definitely this was resistance, 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 still resistance, then was claimed, now back tested. Obviously, it took a lot of time, but this is an area where one could expect a reaction. That most important than that, that maybe you are a fan of trading SNR flip levels, maybe not, really depends. I respect all trading ideas, but most important, we had the golden pocket here. Golden pocket pull from this retracement to obviously to the higher high. So we start to build confluences, right? We start to build confluences in this area. So out of the sudden, this is not in the middle of nowhere, right? This is not in the middle of nowhere. However, when you see something like this is great. This, first of all, this should be a take profit. So if you are in a short from higher, really doesn't matter. Hopefully you are in a short from here, right? But maybe you're in a short from this candle. Maybe you're in a short from this area or even from this area, right? This, when the price is taking the liquidity, this is a place where you book profits. Doesn't necessarily mean that you need to close the entire trade, but take profit one, take profit two should be in order, right? And then we get back to this situation where we need to see what's going on with this chart, right? And this was the level to pay attention to. As long as the price is below, I would favor more downside. Claim this level, then more upside is possible. And as you can see, what happened. Now, let's get back. Let's check the horizontals because we need to put some context. So currently, we do have weekly. And this weekly, we will get back to this weekly because this weekly is very, very, very interesting. A very, very interesting weekly level, 42,302, right? Is that it acted as a very, very good support in this area. Very, very good support in this area. It is a tap level, but still, I would like to keep it on my chart. Then we do have a new weekly level. And because we talk about weekly level, please allow me to move to a weekly time frame, right? So this one, the older one was printed here, and we do have the new one, 41,580. Then we do have another weekly level to the upside, 43,925, and this could become important, and you'll see why. And other than that, we don't have, so we have 3 weekly levels. Obviously, we still have the older, old monthly, yearly, and an untapped daily level. But now let's get back to daily time frame, right? Because on the daily time frame, we do have a couple of levels. So first of all, this one was printed here, and as you can see, 39,512. And as you can see, it acted as a very, very good support. So basically, the price was trapped for like 2 days between the SNR flip level and this daily level. As long as you have this kind of information, you can actually trade. Scalp, day trades in between. Now, we do have a new daily level printed here, right? And that would be 39,923. And like I said, we still have this daily level printed here, 43,100. So those are the levels that we do have on this chart, right? Just to keep everything clear and very, very, very simple. Those are the levels that you like to pay attention because most of the time you will get a reaction there. And now let's go to lower time frame, like 1 hour time frame, right? And let's enable our ranges, right? So we still have the high time frame range, but I'm more interested in this local range. And within this range, we can see that, let's hide this one too, because got the job done. But now I am interested in this section of the chart. So basically this range. And within this range, we can see that most of the price action is within the value area of this range. So between value area high and value area low. However, and this goes for any kind of range. You will see some deviations from the value area of this range or from the range itself, right? So we can start to see like small deviations, price get acceptance below, and down we go. To the downside, why not? We do get deviations. Deviations, price get acceptance, up we go. Another small deviation, point of control, value area high. Here we get a bigger deviation, right? The price spends some time above, price get acceptance back into the value area, boom, down we go. This is the big deviation where the price was trying to break to the upside. And not only that, but the price, as you can see, flipped value area high, which was resistance, flipped value area high of this range to support. Up we go. Great. The price got acceptance back into the value area of this range. Then we start to see more downside. And now I wanted, like I always do, I like to create some context before I get to the actual story. Now we do have kind of the same situation here, where the price spent some time below the lower low of this range, so deviation from the range itself, right? And within this deviation, and those were the levels that I gave to my team to create clarity, because for a couple of days, the price was just, please allow me to enable the horizontal levels. The price was just, this was not printed. So the price was just trapped between this, the lower daily and the SNR flip level. So there's not much TA to do in between. Like you have your resistance, short resistance, long support until we get more clarity. So this range is about, let's say 1.5%. That's more than enough for scalp. So when you see something like this, definitely that is your trading idea. But also I gave 2 levels. And that would be these 2 levels. Because this is the lower low, 38,500. And that was the higher high, printed within this area. That would be 40,552. And I said like this. The price is trapped between the daily and this SNR flip level. You can clearly see that this is resistance, 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 still resistance, right? And this is our support. So there is not much to add to this situation. When one of this level will break, one would expect some follow, right? So one would expect some follow through, up or down to the next important level on the chart. And the next important level on the chart was actually this one, to the upside, the higher high, and the lower low to the downside, right? So on Friday, the price did this, right? The price was trying to push to the upside, backtesting the level, and then the price took the higher high from this range. Took the higher high, but not only that. So when you have a level like this, you check if we get a swing failure pattern. If you get a swing failure pattern, you trade it, you have a clean invalidation, and then the possibility for more downside in this situation. But very, very important. And I remember I was clearly updating my team in Discord, in the premium section in Discord. If we start to see price pushing, and when an important level is claimed or lost, if we start to see single prints formed, then maybe that is the indication we will get some follow through. So you don't want to counter trade a trend, because that could potentially lead to losses or bigger losses. So you definitely don't want to do that. And just to show you what happened, we need to use this. Check what happened when the price took this high, right? Price took the high, backtest, creating this single print, and then this was the dynamic for the entire day. Another single print, and even here another single print form. So when you see something like this, if you have access to order flow software, when you see something like this, definitely you need to understand that there could be a potential follow through. So basically the entire afternoon I said, okay, no shorts, bullish market structure, everything looks good for more upside. Definitely the price goes here, and we've been trading this. On Friday we had a live trading session. We've been trading Bitcoin and gold, and this kind of situation, yes, but the single print here, pay attention, book profits and so on. The price took once again the high here, another swing failure pattern, and we were waiting for the local golden pocket. That never happened. So kind of reinforcing the trending day, very push, a very hard push to the upside. Then the price moved to this area, and then over the weekend some ranging, and then once again the price pushing to the upside. So you need to pay attention to this kind of situation, and you need to have clear levels on the chart. If you have a level on the chart, the rule is the same. As long as the price could be this, the high time frame SNR flip level could be this one, it doesn't really matter. As long as you have a good level on the chart, you see the price above, bullish, you see the price below, bearish, and you can trade it accordingly, right? So this is what happened. But not only that, because if we hide the entire stuff that we do have on the chart, this and the horizontals, we do have the other situation, right? So the price spent some time below the value area, the lower low on the chart, and then check what happened here. Boom, price pushes to the upside, higher high, backtest of the value area low, backtest of the value area low. So this is an important moment, because after spending some time below this range, below the lower low, the price now gets acceptance back into the value area of this range. So that is definitely a sign of strength. And since then, the price created higher high, higher low, higher high. This is where it becomes interesting. So up to this point in time, this is sign of strength. No real reason to short. If you can catch a long here, then great for a scalp and everything. And that was 3%, almost 4% to the upside, since the price claimed value low. But what I'm trying to say is that there's no real reason to short this kind of moves. Then over the weekend, we've got this retracement, then the push to the upside. So yes, there are scalps to be taken, but on Friday, I mean, if you try to short this move, I'm pretty sure you're gonna take some losses, and I did. I tried to catch some scalps shorts together with longs, and most of my shorts I got stopped out. I got stopped out. The longs were a better trading idea. Great. But now let's see why the price stopped here. So first of all, the price got acceptance back into the value area of this range. So the next important level to the upside without any kind of level on the chart should be point of control value high. This is how you trade the range. From the low of the range, price get acceptance back into the range, back into the value of the range. The next important level to the upside should be point of control and value area high. And as long as the price holds value area low as support, I would say more upside is possible. But what the price stopped here? Well, we could look at this like the same story that we had. So this area was support, still support. So basically the price was establishing a support. Again, give or take, it's an area, right? And the same area of support, right? Usually it becomes an SNR flip level. It acted as resistance here, then resistance, and the price was actually trying to get acceptance back into this area. But to be more exact, we need some levels, right? So that's why I like to keep this the older weekly level, because the price stopped here, small front run, great. The weekly was not printed at this point in time, right? Then the price was trying to claim the weekly, and you can trade this very, very simple as all the SNR flip levels, all the levels, as long as the price is above, more upside is possible. So the price goes here, you can take a long based on the backtest. You're still trading the market structure. The market structure is still bullish, so obviously you can trade there. But always when you're trading the market structure for more upside, you like to see a new high printed on the chart. Then the price starting to fail from making a new high. Also, this is the local golden pocket, right? Something along these lines. Please allow me to hide. Look, the golden pocket here. Okay. There are scalps to be taken, yes. But most important, the price was never able to claim this weekly. As you can see, this can be seen as a failed auction above this weekly. So this is important. And that opens the possibility for more downside where the price goes to the lower weekly, right? The price printed this weekly here, and this is our support. Great. Then the price moves once again to the upper weekly, and now we need to see what's going on with this. But I do have another level here. Reason for the price stop here. Also, we do have a weekly naked point of control, right? A weekly naked point of control. So basically, the naked point of control of this entire section of the chart, this entire week of trading, that is also an important level. So apart from this, to get an even sharper entry, if you want to short this move, you got a weekly naked point of control in this area. So very, very nice. It is there together with the weekly, together with the local SNR flip level. And now we need to see what's going on, right? Please allow me to hide this. So this is basically what happened in the last week of trading, or in the last 2 weeks of trading since my last public stream. Now, I would say like this. On a higher time frame, right? As long, because we need to determine, what's this move about? Do I see a very good trade here? Not really. I mean, a swing trade, a trade that I would say, hey, this is what I want to trade. This is what gives me confidence. No, not really. Not really, right? This is more like for a day trade with possibility to become something more. With possibility to become something more. Maybe a swing trade. And that goes for longs and shorts, right? Because let's remember the price right now is trapped between weekly and weekly, right? So when the price moves somewhere in this area, obviously one would look for shorts. This could become something more. Yes. Meaning the price could push to the downside. Yes, but we have no confirmation yet because the market structure locally is bullish and the price is flipping levels. Also, the price moves here, or most important, this morning, right? This backtesting the weekly. One could look for a long. I'm not sure if this is the best entry. No, actually, I can tell you this is not the best entry for a swing trade, for a swing long, but for a day trade, for a scalp, you should get the job done. Especially if you book take profit one here, I know 25%, you have your stop loss at entry, then let the market decide where we go with this. But let's keep things very, very simple. We do have a weekly to the upside, weekly to the downside. When one of these levels will be claimed or lost, one would expect some follow. So that, in my opinion, should solve the, let's say, the local bias, the local levels that we can trade. And very, very simple. If the price manages to claim this weekly, then the next level to the upside should be the daily. Daily 43 100, followed by this entire section of the chart where we do have an untapped weekly level 43 925 and point of control value area high of this range, right? So let's keep it very simple. If the price manages to claim this weekly, flip it. So give me this, push above, backtest holding, then the daily should be in order. So those are the levels to the upside. To the downside, if this weekly will be lost, then very, very simple, we do have the value area low here, currently around 40,860. Again, give or take, it's an area. If the price will lose, get acceptance once again below value area low, then we get back to the SNR flip level. The price, the level is still there. We do have an untapped daily level here, 39,923. This is a tap level. I would keep it. Let's see what's going on. But definitely I'm focused on this, the SNR flip level and the daily. But if this entire section of the chart will be lost, then very simply I would expect a new lower low on the chart, right? So those are the levels that we do have right now on the chart. And in between, very, very close, we do have weekly and we do have weekly. Weekly to the upside, weekly to the downside. Let's pay attention to what's going on with this. And that should give us the bias. Claim this one, daily, weekly, point of control, value area high to the upside. Lose this weekly, value area low, SNR flip level, untapped daily level 39,923, and older daily 39,512, followed by a new lower low on the chart. In between, we can add a couple of things like a fib pool, like this, and the local golden pocket is right in this area where I would like to trade if we get a retrace, right? So let's pay attention to this. And also, we can do the same thing to the upside. So let's pull a golden pocket like this, right? Because, and the golden pocket is somewhere in this area, right? So it's not this area. I'm very, very interested in this area. And to be totally honest, if the price manages to claim this area, point of control, untapped weekly, value are high, then that is a sign of strength. That is definitely a sign of strength, and more upside is possible. But to the upside, right? What do we have? We have golden pocket, tapped monthly, yearly level, untapped daily, and then a new high on the chart. So you always need to pay attention to what's going on, and you always need to be open to more upside or more downside. What is very, very important to have levels on the chart. And you can trade it level to level. You see a level lost, then you can act accordingly. And that's weakness. You can see if you see a level claimed, that's strength, and also you can act accordingly. So those are the levels that we do have right now on the chart. My bias, because we need to talk about bias. My bias is slightly bullish, as long as the price stays within the value area of this range. As long as the price is within the value area of this range, I would expect more upside, and I have no reason to believe that the price could not push to the point of control, value area high, and monthly, yearly, golden pocket, and possibly a new lower low, right? If the price will lose value or low, then we do have this section of the chart, but other than that, I would expect a new lower low on the chart. So those are my levels that I do have right now on the Bitcoin chart. Like I said, we've got this failed auction here. Price got acceptance back into the range, back into the value area of this range. Yes, we had a rejection, but it's not major. Price keeps pushing. So my bias, like I said, is slightly bullish right now. But we need to give it time. The only thing, like I said, I don't think that we do have a good trading opportunity for a swing trade. I don't think we have. I mean, the trading opportunity was somewhere in this area when the price starting to claim levels. If you got, let's say you get into a scalp or a day trade, let's say here, or even better here, you book some profits at resistance and you have your stop loss at entry, and then the price starts to push to the upside. Then a day trade or a scalp could potentially turn into a swing trade. But other than that, like I said, right now we need to see. And my best guess is NY. Let's see if we have news. This week not so much. Okay, we do have some news here. Okay, the news usually they bring volatility and clarity together with NY open. Then okay, this is interesting. So that would be on Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Okay, we do have news, so let's pay attention to that. Okay, so that's interesting. But usually NY open brings the volatility. If we get some news on top of that, we can get more volatility. And usually the volatility sometimes is just volatility to the upside, to the downside, and then the price just continue ranging. But if we have volatility plus clarity, so the price claiming a level and starting a trending day, like the one we had here, that's even better. But other than that, I do have levels to the upside, level to the downside. When one of these levels will be lost or claimed, I would expect some follow through to the upside daily, point of control, value area high. Weekly to the downside, if this weekly will be lost, value area low, golden pocket, SNR flip level, daily plus daily, then a new high, a new low, sorry, on the chart. So this is kind of what we have on the Bitcoin chart. I don't feel the necessity to actually to add anything. We do have levels, we do have high time frame, we do have mid time frame, low time frame. Just we need to pay attention to what's going on, and let's see how this situation will develop. Cool. So that would be Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's see if we have some questions. Someone is a dinosaur. Okay. Yeah, definitely, like I mentioned. Oh, and there's one thing that I would like to add. So we do still have the campaign where we do get, so here you can see all the details in the description, in the video description, where we still have the campaign where if you want to join our premium Discord, you get 2 weeks for free. So 2 weeks for free, no questions asked. You can cancel the subscription at any point in time within the 2 weeks, and then you can get 30% discount in the first month. And then if you decide if you want to continue, obviously you need to pay the full price. So this is still ongoing. I mean, 2 weeks for free. I see no reason why not take advantage of this 2 2 weeks for free. So yeah, that's something that, to be totally honest, I mean, I see no reason not to take advantage of that. Really. This is how confident we are with our products, that we give 2 weeks for free. So, yeah, that's very good in my opinion. Okay, so this was Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Now let's move to gold. Gold, very, very interesting. First of all, just a bit of tea. And let's start with gold. Said I'm scalping gold quite a bit. I'm scalping gold quite a bit. So this is interesting. This is fun. And let's start with the TA. What I would like to see, first of all, the high time frame range, right? High time frame range. And as you can see, the trading idea, the trading tools are the same. And we do have this range where we start to see that most of the price action is within the value area of this range, but we do have deviations. So deviation giving nice opportunity for a short and follow through to the downside. Deviation here, so another deviation, followed by this one, followed by this one, and you can clearly see how the price gets acceptance, 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 boom, push to the upside. Deviation, push to the downside. Big deviation, price get acceptance here, boom, more upside, and so on. So basically what I'm going, this is like those deviations from the range and from the value area of the range, they give the best trading opportunity, especially if you're looking for a swing trade. So if you're looking for a swing trade, that is a very, very easy way to to see that trading opportunity. And also, and most of the time, not always, but most of the time, you'd get follow through. Now let's get back to what happened here. So obviously the price taking the liquidity, you don't see this every day. This daily candle was just crazy. I mean, it was more than 6%. You don't see a volatility like this every day. But now most important is the following situation. The price got acceptance back into the value area, but then it claimed. And currently, value area high of this range is our support. Support, and now the price is trying to push to the upside. Also, when you see something like this, that this entire section of the chart, the entire price section above the value area high, is another range in my opinion. And with this range, obviously, we do get levels, right? And when I see levels, I'm more than happy to use these levels. So what do we have? We have, as you can see, very, very, very clear situation on the chart. Actually, I was playing just a bit with my funded account this morning, and we do get this situation, right, where the value area low of the local range plus value area high of the high time frame range, they are acting as support. Support is support until proven otherwise. When the price goes here, you look for lows. In the same time, in the same time, point of control, as you can see, is our resistance. Resistance. And currently, and this is the big question for me and basically for everyone, if this level will be flipped to support, so you can see the push to the upside now support, or if this level will still act as our resistance, right? But other than that, the price is, and has been like this for the past week, the price is trapped between the point of control of this range. The point of control currently is around 2029, right? And point of control to the upside and value area low to the downside. When one of this level will break, one would expect some follow through. And very, very simple, to the upside, we do have the value area high. And to the downside, this is interesting because if the price gets acceptance below this area of support, that being value area low of the local range, of the upper range, and value area high, the high time frame range, that would be a major sign of weakness. Major sign of weakness, because at that point in time, this entire section of the chart, this deviation from the value area of the high time frame range, and also the local range, this would break. So that's major weakness. And also the price get acceptance back into the value area of the high time frame range. And without any other levels on the chart, the next target should be the point of control. Point of control currently is around 1926. Right? So let's pay attention. Let's pay attention to this. So for the moment, this is our resistance. This is our support. Trade in between. And there are scalps to be taken all day long. And, there are scalps to be taken in between. But follow through, we get if the price manages to claim and flip the point of control from resistance to support, and that would lead to higher prices, or if the support will break, and in that situation, more downside is possible. So this is kind of the high time frame, and there's not much to add. Now let's see what kind of horizontal levels do we have in this area. Okay, so we have quite a bit of them. First of all, we have this one. This was until today. This is one. This was an untapped day level 2029. Okay, that was untapped day level. Then the price action printed this one 2014, and we've been expecting one of this level on Friday, right? I was expecting this or this. However, that never happened, right? And the price just pushed to the upside and got acceptance below this level 2024 and 2021. Those are tapped levels, but if we go on low time frame, you'll see they are very, very well respected. So that's why I still keep them on my chart. Other than that, please allow me to hide the ranges so we can see this clear. Other than that, to the downside, we still have this untapped day level 2006, 2004, very good support weekly level here. And other than that, to the downside, we don't have too much. This is a very, very old monthly level. Again, doing a very good job. So this is a very old monthly level. So, it is still there, but I'm not sure if that will hold as support, meaning for a push to the upside. We still have this daily untapped day level 1979, another older weekly, and then we get back to this daily 1959 and this weekly 1938. Okay, so technically, if the price manages to get acceptance, let's say below this weekly 2004, that actually opens the possibility for the lower weekly 1938. 1938, still have this daily 1920, and let's not forget we still have the point of control of the high time frame range here. Point of control. So losing this weekly could potentially open the possibility for this weekly and the point of controls, and that would be quite a bit of a drop. So let's pay attention to that. So those are the levels that I'm looking for a possible reaction to the upside, to the downside. To the upside, we have this weekly 2049 daily, right? Then this is a tapped weekly. Let's go to weekly, so to weekly time frame, so you can actually see. So we do have untapped weekly level here 2049, and if the point of control here will be claimed, very, very simple, that would be the next area to the upside, value high plus this weekly, right? Very, very simple. The rest of the weekly, we still have two weekly levels 2062 and 2071. This one has a, let me show you that one. This one has a very, very small front run here, so it's technically still an untapped daily level. This is a daily weekly level, sorry. This is a tap weekly level. So let's pay attention to this, but very, very important. And now getting back to daily time frame, very, very simple. To the upside, if this daily will be flipped, then this. What's the level standing in between? Because the other thing that the price was actually doing for the last week and also today, the price is creating liquidity. So let me see if I have this one. We have a lot of liquidity in this area, right? So 2039, this is the high from this range. And then we start to see lower high, and for the moment, we still have a new lower high. So the price is building liquidity in this area. We know that the chances for the price to take that liquidity are pretty high. The only problem is when that will happen, because remember the last triple top meaning this one, two, three, triple top, and a lot of liquidity. It took like a lot of time. So the last one was printed in May 2023, and it was taken in basically in December 2023. So it took more than half a year. Obviously, I don't think that would be the case here because this is more on the local. But other than that, so let's pay attention to this liquidity area. This liquidity area, but other than that, if no swing failure pattern, I'm more than happy to trade the swing failure pattern here. But if no swing failure pattern here, the price should go for this weekly and value high, and we go from there. We start to see rejection. Great. There is a short in order, right? And I would trade it to this level and obviously to the point of control. If there is no reaction whatsoever and the price keeps pushing and the price does, you know, bullish market structure and no rejection, then the price could potentially go higher. And again, daily, weekly, untapped daily, and why not a new high on the chart? So very, very simple. We've got this very, very strong push to the upside, but now we need to see. So that was 0.75%. But now the big test is this. The price needs to claim and stay above point of control and this state. That is the key. If that's the case, yeah, this should be in order. If not, well, we get back lower. And that is also fine because you do have this. This could be some sort of a failed auction above this daily. And as long as you see that this daily flip to resistance, then each time the price goes here, short, short, short. This is very simple. As long as you have level to the upside, level to the downside, you can trade in between. You can look for shorts at resistance, longs at support. So that's kind of what I do have for you on this chart, on the gold chart. I covered the high time frame, I covered the low time frame, the mid time frame. I covered this. Like I said, you can go on, let's say, 15 minutes time frame and check what's going on. And see, we start to see some rejection, and that was quite a bit of a rejection. Unfortunately, I missed this trading opportunity, but that is not a problem. We do have this daily. As long as this daily holds as support, more upside is possible. And then locally, obviously, we could do something like this. Like, hey, we have a golden pocket. We could see a reaction there. Yes, no, maybe the price will make a new high, and then that should open the possibility for the high that we do have here. Or if the price gets acceptance below this level and below the point of control, then very, very simple. We have daily, and more dailies to the downside. Like very, 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 very simple. Let's see what's going on. Let's give it time and yeah, let's see what's going on with this chart. Usually when there is volatility, when we do have news and open, we jump in Discord. In Discord, we have a voice channel where we share opinion, we share levels, we share reaction, we share trades. So definitely, it is still a good idea to join our Discord, especially if I can do it 2 weeks for free. So again, I see no real reason not to take that that opportunity. That decision, yes, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hasta la vista, Barbie. Interesting. I cover Bitcoin, so you know. Okay, let's move to the Euro USD. I know Paul will love this because he loves to trade this asset. And let's start with the TA here. Obviously, ranges, right? So we do have, this is anything but new. We do have the high time frame range where the price got a small front run from the point of control, then value area low. Please allow me to hide, yeah, this one. And now price is trying once again to push here. We see some rejection, and now let's see what's going on. But most important, I mean, On a high time frame, you have point of control, you have value area low. When one of these level will break, one would expect follow through. Meaning, if point of control will be claimed, then we have value area high, possibly higher. If value area low will break, then that's really bullish. That's really bearish, sorry. And one would expect more downside. But for the moment, and as you can see, the entire price action that we do have since the price managed to claim value area low, it claimed back test, small front run, another back test, very nice price action. That would be another range in my opinion. And within this range, right, we get back to the same story. Please allow me to hide this. And if we only focus on the price action that we have right now, we do have a range. And again, most of the price action is within the value of this range. However, we do get deviation. Small deviation, boom, to the downside. Bigger deviation to the upside. Another deviation, value are low. Bigger deviation to the downside. Deviation to the downside, leading to deviation to the upside. So again, this kind of deviation, they are giving the best trading opportunity, especially for swing trades. And what do we see? So basically the price spent some time here. Price got acceptance back into the value area, point of control. Again, small front run because yeah, this is happening on basically on any charts. So point of control, value area high, point of control. So the price was trapped here. So very nice. You have a resistance, you have a support. Each time the price goes to support, you can act accordingly. Each time the price goes to resistance, and same story to support, you can act accordingly, right? Book profits and look for a trade. Now, the price slowly starting to lose the point of control of this range. Point of control of this range, and more downside is possible. This is also, we need to check the market structure. There's this and this and I don't know, this and this and this. So the local market structure is bearish. So one would expect more downside until we start to see a change in behavior, meaning change in market structure and the price claiming levels. Because for the moment, the price lost value area high, point of control, value area high backtest, no luck there. Then we get back here. And now slowly starting to lose the point of control. So, you know, it's hard for me to be bullish here. I can't be bullish. Yes. And, we do have this, right? And this is a swing failure pattern, right? This is the level. So, each time the price took the high, pushed to the point of control, then rejected. Now the price is here. So there are scalps to be taken, but overall, this is to the downside. The market structure and the price losing level should lead to lower prices. To lower prices, and this is where it becomes interesting. I do have another range, and this range is basically everything that happened below value area low. So since the price got acceptance back into the value of the bigger range, we do have this. And within this situation, we do have value high, we do have the point of control, small front run here, but most important, we do have the point of control of bigger range and the value area low of the local range. They are here. And this is the level to claim. Claim this one and then point of control, value high both ranges, and possibly more upside. More upside. But for the moment, that is not happening. Also, I think I had this one. No, this one. This was also the golden pocket area, right? Consolidation and this and this and this and this. But slowly the price is starting to lose 7-1. Not a problem because we do have the other one, 786, right? So the price reacting to 786, very nice, push to the upside, but now the price is here. So if 786 will be lost, then we move to 886 and possibly a new lower low on the chart. So let's pay attention to this. Let's move to what? Horizontals. Let's see what kind of horizontals do we have in this area. Please allow me to hide these ranges to get more clarity. Also the smaller range. And we do have this. So we had this daily. Now I think we can delete this one because it got the job done. We do have a daily printed here, obviously now lost and could potentially act as resistance if we get a backtest, and that will be 1.08472. Tap daily, tap daily, tap daily. Look, you do have a daily level here. You have a daily level. Without this daily level, that would be harder to trade. But if you have a daily level here, that's easier to trade. One would expect this to act as resistance. So in this kind of situation, one would book profits and look for a short trade, right? So let's see. So we do have tapped, tapped, tapped. I would still keep those one on the chart. This is still an untapped daily level, untapped daily level, and to the downside, there is not too much. Now let's go to weekly to see what do we have in terms of levels. So we do have this situation. So this is an untapped weekly level. Let's pay attention to that one. 1.10374. Okay. This one, still an untapped weekly level, 1.09506. Okay. But most important right now, we do have this. We do have this to the downside because, like I said, and look at this weekly chart, right? So it's this red, price is trying, but it's red, red, red. This is definitely not a bullish chart, at least in this section of the chart. This is not a bullish chart. Now, and obviously, we need to look for levels to a downside. So unless we get a swing failure pattern here, and that could be the case because, this one took the low, spent some time. Oh, price pushing to the upside. Now it's down again. So let's pay attention to this low. Do I have that one marked? No, not really. But this is a very, very interesting level, right? But other than that, we still have this untapped weekly level to a downside, 1.067610. Those numbers are very, very okay. So this weekly level, but most importantly, we still have this yearly and untapped weekly level. So this yearly and weekly, if this level will be lost, then this should be in order. And now let's see if I have this. So this is the fib pull from this low. So let's do the high. So we do have a golden pocket on a yearly level. That's very, very interesting. Also weekly here. So I would say the next important levels to the downside are swing failure pattern here locally. Let's go to lower time frame, like 1 hour, to get the local view of this. So locally, maybe we get this one. Let's move it here. Maybe we will see a new swing failure pattern here, and that would be 1.08129. Great. Other than that, weekly 1.7610 untapped weekly level, and as you can see in between, we do have quite a bit of a gap. No major levels, no nothing, and that's 0.5%. And then, to the downside, we have golden pocket yearly 1.077039 and weekly level 1.06847. So we do have levels, very, very, very clear levels to the downside. To the upside, let's see this range. To the upside, for sign of strength, for me personally, would be if the price, let's say the price takes the low swing failure pattern, great. But then I would like to see the price claiming levels, claiming this daily. And as you can see, this daily was resistance, resistance, resistance. Down we go. So I would like to see these daily claims, and then we get back to the value are low, daily value are low, get acceptance in here, then claiming levels, changing the market structure, and that could potentially open the possibility for weekly and point of control here. But other than that, like I said, I would expect more downside, and more downside, yeah, we can get more downside. So let's pay attention to to this situation. Definitely a lot of levels to trade, and let's see what will happen. Again, gold and euro, they react very well to news. You'll see wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside. They react very well to news. Bitcoin ish, but this asset, if you're trading, if you're scalping or swing trading, basically for scalps, but if you're scalping this, the news bring the volatility and you see wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside, and that could give very decent trading opportunity. So this is euro USD. Let's check if we have questions. So no questions about this. Hopefully everything is clear, and this definitely doesn't look like strength. This is weakness all the way. So let's pay attention to this level, If we get a swing failure pattern, yes, no. Because the last time the price took the lows, like this one, decent. Now this one, even better. So maybe we'll get the same story all over again. And the last asset that we do have right now on the chart is Ethereum USD. Let's see what Bitcoin is still here. So like I said, when one of these level weekly would be claimed, and backtest, one would expect some follow. Other than that, the price could just range here for the rest of the day, and that would not be very bad, because in between we do have a lot of space for scalps. But let's get back to this. So Ethereum has a nice push to the upside, obviously following Bitcoin in my opinion, and that push was, you can see, that's a lot. Bullish market structure, bullish everything, so that's all good. However, now we need to enable some TA, and as you can see, I do have ranges. I do have ranges. So let's see what are these ranges about. Okay, let's stick to this for the moment. Actually, let's hide this one. So I like to split this into two sections, like the upper and the lower, right? And we had range, very nice, range, very nice. But the price managed to claim value area high, resistance, still resistance, but then it was claimed, backtest, up we go. So very nice. And as a general rule, as long as the price is above the value area high of a range, that's bullish. Get acceptance below, and that sign of weakness. This is on a high time frame. Doesn't mean necessarily that there are not trades in between. Obviously, there are trades in between, and this move was almost 20%. But on a high time frame, and to get your bias, pay attention to this. Also, as you can see here, price kind of reacted from the point of control. Let me see if I have that. Look, high time frame point of control. So from the point of control of this, because value area low of the upper range and value area high of the lower range, they are more or less in the same place. What's the next important level to the upside? Point of control, right? So that's where we got the reaction. We do have a level, very nice. That level can be used for trading, give your bias, and the next important level is this. Now, let's enable the local range, right? So everything, the entire price action above the value area high, this can be considered as a range. And again, most of the price action within the value area, deviation, very nice trading opportunity, deviation, very nice trading opportunity. And then we've got this. This can be seen also as a deviation, but this was a range by itself, right? But you can still use this for trading. And how do you use this information? So just in the same way you always use this information. First of all, you have the value area high of this range, right? Value area high. If the price gets acceptance back into this range, then weakness, and one would expect lower. Where lower? Point of control, value low. This is how you trade this kind of move. And obviously, when the price got acceptance back into the range, I enable the range to the current price action. But even without that, because this is how it started, right? When I presented this TA to my team, I said this is the value area of this range. Price get acceptance in here. Great. Then we do have point of control, value area low. And most important, we also need to mark the higher high and the lower low from this range. And as you can see, oops, not this one, not the horizontals, but this one. This is the former higher high, right? So the story was like this. Okay, the price is pushing into a high time frame point of control, but the real weakness comes from changing the market structure and losing some levels. And that was the first level that I would like to see lost. Front run here, push to the upside, swing failure pattern here, but the price was not able to maintain itself above this level. Drop, price get acceptance here, and now obviously we can move this to, obviously the price, the value high moved just a bit depending on the price and everything, but the price got acceptance back into the value of this range, then point of control value. And now, following Bitcoin, the price from the value low claimed, as you can see, claimed, backtest, and now let's see what's going on. So this would be everything like keeping it very, very, very simple, taking into consideration only ranges and market structure, right? Then one could add horizontals, right? And if we add horizontals, also we had at that point in time, we had this weekly 2021. Now we do have a new daily here. So, okay, we can, we can keep it or not. Also, I had this daily here and the price, like I said, the price trying to claim this daily. So you can see this daily resistance. We get back to back testing the point of control. Now the price is trying to push. If the price manages to push above this daily to hold this daily, claim this daily as support, 22.67, then we don't have a lot of resistance to the upside up to here, value area high of this range. So actually, if the price manages to push, make a new higher high here, then one could see more upside, because even in terms of, let's see where we are. There's not a lot of resistance in that area. So you have 382. 382 from the high time frame, 382 comes here. So, and then the golden pocket and the rest of the levels. But if the price needs to hold this daily, obviously make a new higher high and no swing failure path, right? Maybe we get a rejection when the price, if or when the price will take this high. But if no swing failure pattern here, the price could potentially push to the value area high. Value area high is 23.83. So that's quite a bit of a space that can be actually be filled. And then we get back to weekly, daily, 24.74 weekly, 24.91 the daily. And then once again, we can enable the golden pocket that we do have, right? So golden pocket comes here. So those are the levels. Again, the price needs to hold this daily as support and no swing failure pattern here. That would open the possibility for more upside. However, if Bitcoin starts to lose levels like this weekly, then we go to the value low, then to the golden pocket, yes and no, and so on. I would I would I would think that it would be hard for Ethereum to push to the upside and Bitcoin push to the downside. So you can check Bitcoin to get your bias about what's the next move on this chart. But other than that, no, those are the levels. We do have levels like local levels, right? And on a high time frame level, if the price gets acceptance back into the high time frame range, so below, let's say 21, maybe this low, if the price gets acceptance back into the value area of the high time frame range, then we could see lower pricing, like really lower pricing, like 16K area, right? So let's pay attention to this. But as long as the price is up here, so good, and one would think about more upside. More upside is possible. So yeah, let's see what's going on with this chart. For me, the levels are very, very, very clear, and what the price needs to do, the bulls, the bears, and let's see how this situation will develop. There's no need to be in a rush. Check the reaction, check the market structure on low time frame, on trend reversal candles, if you have access to an order flow software, and that should give some clarity, in my opinion. Okay, so those are the asset that I wanted to cover today. That took quite a bit, but it is important information in my opinion, and we need to give it the respect necessary. Very, very interesting area on the Bitcoin chart, right? We do have weekly to the upside, weekly to the downside. So when one of this level would break, be claimed or lost, one would expect some follow through, and that should give the bias for maybe for the rest of the day, or even more for the rest of the week. So let's be patient, let's pay attention. Also, gold is doing this. So this is this is, if you're scalping this, then this level and what's going on here, this is very, very important. So let's pay attention to this chart. Let's see if I have questions. Ethereum to 3K. Possible if the price manages to do stuff. Look, we do have a yearly level here, 36.79. So why not? We do have a monthly. So we do have a daily. So anything is possible, but you need to show me. I need to see that on the chart. Ethereum, the bulls need to show me that strength, right? Because for the moment it's kind of in between. Yes, interesting push, but show me continuation, and I'm more than happy to agree with the bulls or with the bears. Really depends. Yeah. So I guess that would be all for this update. Again, if you like what you see and if you want to sustain this project, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share our content. And other than that, we still have, like I said, we still have the 2 weeks free trial. No questions asked. Take advantage. Check what we do. And if you decide to move forward, then we're more than happy to guide you with your trading. That'll be all for this update. Thank you for joining this. Thank you for joining this stream. Thank you for everything. And other than that, I'll catch you in Discord for a couple of trades if they are available on the chart. Until then, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye bye.